Okay, now, my radio's on right now, so I'm going to turn it down. And what I'm going to do is just make this very, very, very fast prediction. As you can see by me showing you this video picture here of my cell phone, you can clearly see that it's 4:55 p.m., okay, on February 6th, 2014. And what I'm going to do is use the voice command feature within the Tools menu.
Say a command. February 6th, Thursday, 4:56 p.m.
Okay. Now, again, you can see it's the year 2013 on February 6th at 4:56 p.m. And the reason why I'm making this particular video prediction is because I had never been to the Dole Community Center that is off of bus route 201-202 in La Jolla, California. And I am a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. And I'm sure you probably can't see me too well because it's starting to get a little bit dark out right now. But I have to make this video on this date because what I do is predict what might occur before it happens. If you walk into SDSU or any San Diego Public Library, on their counter they usually have a bunch of things propped up that you can take, you know, information about what's going on at the library, just a bunch of different things that are usually on the counters at libraries. Well, if you go to enough of them, or SDSU, or UCSD, or UCSD, you're eventually going to find a white, it's a plastic ruler. You can literally take it and go like this and fling it back and forth. It's just a plastic ruler, okay? And it's not a hard plastic ruler, it's a flimsy plastic ruler. And this ruler is white with blue lettering on it. I got one in my backpack right now, but I am not going to get it out and unwrap my computer and everything just to get out a ruler. I'm letting you know, though, that you can find one. And trust me, if you pay close attention to it over time, you will find one. Now, this ruler states that UCSD, SDSU, USD, California State San Marcos University, and all of the San Diego Public Libraries have been centralized into one computer system. Now, also, as a result of me being a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking, these expeditions are perpetrated by governments, organized crime, corporations, and or institutions. Take your pick. Okay? Now, since these expeditions are already being managed by these four-mentioned, okay, different groups, you can see how, when they decide to target a person, how all these four groups can work in concert. That's right. That's right, with each other. And when you look at the descriptions of these four groups, you'll clearly be able to see that at least the government and corporations and institutions have the ability to connect with any business, public library, university campus, and so on and so forth. Because the whole goal for these filthy, skanky sewer rats is to basically perpetrate their crimes, using the system to do it, using the system to vilify and nullify the target, and then to use the system to protect their crimes and to cover them up, while attempting to even calling the target individual crazy. In a minute, I'm going to prove to you how crazy I'm not. Now, what am I saying here? Once a targeted individual is flagged and tagged for these expeditions, certain government enforcement, law enforcement tools are used against the targeted individual. You got to remember here. The key thing to remember here is that this is organized crime members in these four aforementioned places, using the system's resources that were set up to protect our community. In other words, there's a thing called, it's actually four actually altogether. One is called Health and Safety Occupational Laws, the Community Notification, the Sexual Offenders Notification, and the Offenders Notification. I should not be on any of these four for any reason whatsoever, because I have never committed a criminal act in my life. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I am a good woman. I'm a Christian woman. Now, I am being flagged and tagged as a target of these crimes for multiple different reasons, and now, because I've become a whistleblower as a result, and you would not believe what I know. You just would not believe it. You would not believe it. If I sat down and told you everything I know for one, it would take 3 days for me to completely do it because of the depths of what I know. And by the time I got done telling you, your mouth would literally drop to the floor. Literally. Now, what they're doing is using these health and safety occupational laws and the 3-4 mentioned community notification systems. What they're doing is using them illegally and criminally for their criminal motivations and putting totally completely innocent people on these notification lists. And it's all about not only protecting their crimes and what they're doing to a target, but it's also to try to make it appear that everything that they bring about against the target in a government building, in a public library, in any business, in any university or college campus, they try to make it appear that everything that's happening to a target is because of the target's fault. That's right. Because, especially with me, they know I'm wearing a tape recorder. They know that I got a video camera. So what they're basically doing now with me is getting people to stage complaints about me when I'm literally doing literally absolutely nothing at all, except for sitting there and using the computer and minding my own business. Literally. Now, organized stalking and gang stalking can be reviewed online extensively, but you got to review it meticulously, because there's a lot of disinformation about organized stalking and gang stalking online. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that right now in my backpack, I got a 2006 email that I made at the Point Loma Library. Hold on. When I was out here in San Diego, but hold on one more second.
Identified her client as Jamie Lewis. Told the court today that she is not admitting to being Judy Heyman.
Okay, now in a minute they're getting ready to have a news press conference of another San Diego police officer who was sexually assaulting women on the job. They're literally getting ready to have a news broadcast about it. So the theme of this particular video is this. As a result of me having an astronomical amount of evidence, I'm talking about over 800 audio files of the same exact identical verbal harassment happening around me everywhere I go. Let me give you a tidbit of showing you what that harassment is. You're about ready to hear the audio of an event that occurred towards me on a sidewalk. Okay? Right by GILL times 2, I'm a woman, not a man. That is a code word that describes a specific HA location. Once I move my property from that location and myself, I will then disclose where that location's at, and then you will see that this harassment and threats of assault while they're harassing me was a staged event. Hold on. Now, what you're doing right now is you're literally hearing two men, one who has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions on prior dates before this Thanksgiving event, 2013. One of the men has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions before this Thanksgiving event. As they're harassing me and threatening me, do you hear them say gang stalk, gang stalking, and gang is stalking? I'm going to F you up. You be the judge. Okay? Hold on. Alright, now I gotta hurry up and just finish why I'm making this video, finish with the subject matter of this particular video. In my duffel bag, right now, I got a 2006 email that I made when I was out here in San Diego in 2006 between 1 and 38 days. In these emails that I made from the Point Loma Library, which is in San Diego County, in Point Loma, I stated and described in these sent emails to Amnesty International and to a prosecutor in Wayne, Michigan. I stated in these separate emails, okay, that spanned within that month of October of 2006, numerous things that were happening to me in their library. And the things I described are gang stalking methods. But I didn't know what was happening to me back then was gang stalking. But I kept the Yahoo account and printed out the Yahoo emails. Now, since I discovered what gang stalking was and concerning how that was the crime that was happening to me and still is on June 9, 2009, you would not believe the things that have happened to me in between and before. Now when I came back to San Diego on August 8, 2011 and have been here every day up to this date, February 6, 2014, what they're basically doing, the gang stalking of me, literally was going on the Greyhound bus on my way to here. And it's happened towards me along every single one of my routes, non-stop, every single day, everywhere I go, non-stop, every day, since August 8, 2011, and today's date is February 6, 2014. Hold on. Now, I have over 800 separate audio files of individuals getting around me on a daily basis, everywhere I go, non-stop, everywhere I go. Trolley routes, bus routes, trolley stations, bus stops, universities, 4 separate universities, and all the public libraries I've been to. All businesses I've been to. Even walking routes, which you just heard. 800 audio files do not lie. Now, the only way that an individual can be setting up community-based harassment, which is designed to be identical everywhere I go, is through the factual reality that I am being covertly surveilled, observed, and stalked, and tracked. In order for them to place these people along my routes to do this. And now what they're doing, in order to protect themselves from litigation, because they know these 2006 emails exist, you better believe they know it. Okay? So what they're trying to do to protect themselves from litigation is they're filing falsified incident reports after they stage an event around me, concerning me, about me, towards me, and against me along my routes, and at the libraries I go to. In order to make it appear that by the time I sue them, that they can turn around and say, well, Miss Williams is a problem here. Look at all these incident reports we got. Miss Williams has been a problem here. Look at all the incident reports we got from this university. Do you understand what I'm telling you in reference to what I brought up at the beginning of this videos? All of the UCSD, SDSU, USD, California State San Marcos University, and all the San Diego library system. All the San Diego libraries are in one centralized computerized system. And what they're doing, is sharing information with each other pertaining to how to act towards me when I enter their environments and along all my routes. That's right. Now, this is done in order to try and portray any and every targeted individual that they can and do it and get away with it as being mentally ill, a threat to themselves or others, or cannot take care of themselves, or a combination of all three. That's right. That's why the target was targeted to begin with. It's about racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking, attempting to take syndicated probate control of the target as a result of the accumulated falsified police reports, doctor reports, incident reports, security guard reports that are brought about and made as a result of staged events, which are called street theaters, directly connected to gang stalking expeditions. So basically, I could leave here right now, go to the store, and they could stage an event around me, concerning me, on my way to the store, or at the store, and then call the police. They'll even stage the witnesses. Google that. Everything I just described can be Googled. Then, when these staged events happen over a long period of time, like 2.5 years, they then attempt to petition the state to take legal syndicated probate control of the target by claiming the target's mentally ill and cannot take care of themselves because they're homeless, while they're claiming they're being stalked by people they don't know. It's racketeering. In order to take syndicated probate control of the target's finances, to exploit their insurance, and exploit the target sexually in a syndicated run, organized crime group home that they are put in as a result of syndicated probate control being taken. That's right. That's why they create homelessness. Google that and cross-reference it to organized stalking. So we're going to see if that I am banned from UCSD libraries, the law library downtown, any San Diego public library. Hold on. Any San Diego public library, or the Dole Community Center. We're also going to see how many of these libraries, like when I go there to upload a video, even if it's only 1 minute long, once I put my memory card that holds the video file on it into the computer by connecting a USB drive to the computer, it will literally tell me that it will take 120 minutes to upload one 1-minute video. And then their excuse is, well, what do you expect? Everybody's using the computers, so therefore the computers are slow. I used to be the head of the parts department for the largest privately owned computer firm in a separate state. I know exactly how long it takes for bits of information to be read per second. Hold on a second. And if you did the mathematical equations, there's no way that a 1 minute or a 1.5 minute or 2 minute video should take over 90 to 120 minutes. One time I got 457 minutes. Now, when you're on public library computers in San Diego, you're only allowed to be on the computer for an hour. and you can stay on it as long as there's no one waiting. But once that hour expires at 59 minutes and 59 seconds, the computer automatically shuts itself off, which means YouTube resets, which means that I had to go and try and upload it again. So, are the videos, which half the videos are exposing evidence, is this why all of a sudden every library I go to I can't upload any videos? I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I do what I do to inform, to expose the truth about the factual realities of gang stalking. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Alright, now they're talking about right now they're talking about a previous San Diego police officer of Everellis, who was one of the officers that came to the scene after a staged event that occurred towards me in 2011. I got his signature on one of the pieces of paper he gave me. He's in prison right now. And they're arresting right now another San Diego police officer for sexually assaulting women while he was on the job. These crimes are directly connected to human trafficking. I've been making videos for the last 2 years about the San Diego Police Department I caught gang stalking happening in their headquarters on a digital tape recorder. The same exact identical harassment you heard from this phone, except they weren't threatening me, but they were repeating gang stalk continuously and non-stop while I was in there on July 24th, 2013. So, we're going to see if any event transpires concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me at this number-coded HA location, which is put in a printed-out email that I made on December 2nd or 3rd, talking about how, let's see if anything happens at this hiking area that will cause an event for the police and or property owner to come, my stuff being stolen, or a physical assault. And when they stage events, they stage the witnesses, and they will use anybody. Let me tell you what they'll do.
Much that you can, because I know it's tough, you can't talk about the whole thing. Maybe you can give us kind of the broad strokes here.
Yeah, because we have two investigations. We have an administrative investigation that's not complete yet, and then we have a criminal investigation that's not complete yet. But I can't talk about the case itself. We're not naming the officer yet. The name's out there, but since it's a personnel issue that's not issued, we can't use the name yet. But we got a report from a victim who came to see us in late December around Christmas, that said that she thought that she may have been improperly searched by a San Diego Police Department, which started the investigation. We started that investigation, and then we backtracked some of the pedestrian stops that he had made. We found 3 other victims. We placed him on paid administratively, took away his police powers. We did this investigation jointly with the district attorney's office, and they are currently looking at the case to make a decision if they are or not going to issue criminal charges in this case.
So it was a joint investigation. So my next question was, if the criminal investigation has not been completed, how do you send it over to the DA? But it sounds like since it was investigated in conjunction with the DA's office, now it's sort of in their hands whether to file criminal charges?
Absolutely.
My question for you is, how does this affect you guys? I can tell you, I beat the drum for the police department. You know how much faith I have in you guys.
Alright, now, I'm tape recording that right now, so I'm just going to get back to the purpose of this particular video. The San Diego Police Department, they know who I am. You better believe they know who I am, and you better believe that the San Diego District Attorney's Office knows who I am as well. Hold on one second.
I can tell you that it was gratifying to have the victim. We used our new system to come in and talk to her.
Right now, the fact that they're covering this officer, I guess his name is Officer Hayes, they're all over the media, trying to portray that, yes, we're doing our job, yes, we went after a San Diego police officer who sexually assaulted all these women. Bullshit. Mirage Shahan. Hang on a second. Okay. Mirage Shahan. Sylvia L. Morales. Brian 2. His last name is spelled T-E-W. You can also go to YouTube and type in Bonnie, California Oceanside gang stalking. We are all targets of gang stalking here in San Diego County. And the San Diego Police will not file one police report concerning it. That's right. And the San Diego District Attorney's Office will not investigate it at all, period. That's right. That's right. That's right. In fact, Brian 2, part of his lawsuit was against the San Diego Police. Now, they're just doing nothing but protecting their own. And I'm going to make another video about that tomorrow when there's more light out. Because I got stuff to still do, and it's starting to get dark out. And I don't want my videos to appear like they're crazy looking with no light. So I'm predicting right now that I'm going to be banned from any or all San Diego public libraries. That's right. These are government jobs. And if you had any idea about the horrific crimes that have happened to me, you would know why they're protecting their ass. Now, let me tell you about, just in closing, some of the lengths these freaks will go to. When they stage an event against a gang-stalking target, I could be walking up the street, and they can use a guy to assault me, and then he'll walk away. Even if I called the police and said he went over there, and they went and got him, what they'll do, will they work in concert and say, well, all you got to do is deny you assaulted her, since there's no evidence? Okay? That's what they did on August 17, 2011. They let the guy walk right away after he grabbed me viciously by my throat. While he was asking me, while he kept asking me, where do I live? Where do I live? Where do I live? That's right. Now, the point I'm trying to make is this, is that when they stage an event, they'll use a homeless guy, okay, one day to assault me. And then that same guy will appear along my path 2 or 3 days later, while a woman is innocently supposedly walking her dog down the street. And that way, if I decide to say something to him because of what he did the last time I saw him, they can then tape record it. And then maybe even call the police or bring about another event on a later date. That's right. So the police will be called, and then so these people could say, we saw her yelling at this poor guy for no reason at all. She's crazy. And then he points out where I live. I get evicted from where I live at, maybe even arrested, falsified police report made. Do you see how this shit works? These are called tag teaming street theaters, directly connected to gang stalking. That's right, and those terms can be Googled. You can go to Google right now and type in gang stalking and street theaters, gang stalking and staged events, gang stalking and staged events, and staged witnesses. And you'll clearly be able to see I'm telling you the truth because they use the same exact methods on every other target they use, that they go after. So I'm predicting right now, we're going to see, they pulled the same shit in Jack in the Box on October 15, 2013. Flat out, literally. Even though I got videos all over the internet of me being gang stalked in that Jack in the Box. I gotta go, so we're gonna see if any events transpire, and we're gonna see if none of my videos are allowed to be uploaded at any library I go to, period. I'm in San Diego, California. The videos are evidence. I gotta get, thank you for listening, and have a nice day.